Welcome back to Twisted Ignition. As you can see, the tow rig is on the lift, which is never a good sign. Yeah, we had a little bit of problems, so let's go check out, see what's going on. So I parked the truck in the garage for the winter because it's snowing outside, and I come in and I smell a lot of fuel. I'm like, that's not good. I hope the tank's not leaking because these are known for having leaky tanks on the top. So I come in and I look under, and there, I put these trays down. There's oil in the trays too. But to see that white stuff, that would be fuel. So I come under here to check it out, and yep, the crusty fuel line is leaking. And it goes all the way to there to a plastic one. Now all of these are pretty bad looking, but we ordered some on Amazon because, you know, that's all I can afford. But I don't know if they go all the way to the top or not. The ones that I ordered from Amazon, they should be changed all the way to the top. So let's go to the box and see what we got. So here's the box from Amazon, and I know exactly what you're thinking. How does that long line fit inside of this little box? Well, they make an option that you can either replace it with the long line, a hard line, or you can buy this, which I believe is braided soft line. So the package comes, I think you can get those in a couple different options. I got them in stainless steel braided. I don't ever want to have to change them again, at least not for a long time. And it looks like they sent me all three lines, which awesome. They also come with extra strapping, probably because the flexible line doesn't fit into the stock holders, and a new fuel filter with the push-on ends. That's nice of them. Hopefully this doesn't go too bad. Like, the biggest issue is probably going to be getting them off the old lines, because if you know anything about these trucks, those lines are a pain in the freaking butt to get out of the clips. Yeah, there's no instructions in here, so we're gonna play this as it goes. I was kind of hoping at least they'd give me a little diagram, but I guess it's too stupid to need instructions, or I'm too stupid to need instructions. I don't know. I guess first disassemble everything, and then I can measure these up to the pieces that come off, and hopefully it all works out. These lines are really crusty, like I showed you before. First thought was to get out the good old cutter and just, like I would for a tranny line or a brake line. And then I thought, well, this makes sparks, and that's fuel, not a good idea. So I brought out the manual cutter. I'm just gonna cut these ends off because there's no sense in trying to fight with this rusted threaded fuel line. I'll just cut them at each connection and leave enough so that I can pull it out, so I'm not, struggling to get a little tip out, which is I'm going to struggle anyways, but you know how it is. I know they gave me this line, which even though I think is not leaking, I'm going to start with that line because it's the one that's most furthest out, and then I'm going to work my way in. Well, first, try to get this off these clips. Don't bend these too hard, they will break. As you can see, it's already got new brake lines that I did years ago. Oh, this thing is crusty. I can't even get the cutter in there. Let's see if I can do some of these clips. There we go. I'm gonna cut it past the elbow so that I have a little bit something to grab onto. Man, this is a pain in the butt. But anyways, this is my tow rig that we use to tow my Camaro or the C10 or the off-road truck, the Amigo. If you haven't seen our channel before, it is a 2003 Chevy 2500 HD with an 8.1. Yeah, I know, it's not the diesel. Everybody wants the diesel. But I'm kind of a gas guy, although it is time, definitely time, to get after this frame and the rockers. And oh, there comes the fuel pressure. Let's see if my drip pan's in the right spot. Oh, all right, my drip pan's perfect. And I'm gonna let that drip for a little bit. Also, while that's up there, I'm gonna grab some WD-40 and I'm gonna spray the crap out of that because those do not look like they're gonna come apart. I am going to spray and spray and spray everything. I cut the line up there If you follow it, goes to the fuel filter, comes along here, goes over this cross member, as you guys can barely see, and comes back here. This is the one, of course, all the way in the top back. That is first one I decided to do. But this is the one that's leaking. So I think I'm going to, well, it's probably going to leak more, but I don't care. I'm going to disconnect this from the line, if I can get it out. Oh man, I'm going to need a screwdriver for that one. Got the good old big screwdriver. Pry that plastic over. And struggle a lot. There we go. There's another clip in here. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I think if I cut this one off, so I can bend it out of my way, it'll give me enough room to cut that one. Oh, I got fuel dripping. Oh, it's everywhere. I did turn the propane heater off. A, for noise, and B, I didn't like the open flame with all the smelling fuel in here. Although I have the other heater on, which is an open flame inside of the oil burner anyways, but it seems a little bit safer. Probably not. But it feels that way. Why is it always got to hit a cross member? Why? Oh, and then now it's got to splash? Of course, it's got to go everywhere. I cut it at the most worst spot. Probably just draining the whole tank now. That's probably dumb of me. Alright, I pinched it off down the line. Hey, caught the tool. Pinch this off. Now I have room to get to this one. Now, this one I already cut up above the tank, so this one shouldn't leak all over the place. If you guys like to see other people struggle working on cars, please like and subscribe to this, because it seems like everything we work on is a struggle. And when you guys like and subscribe it, it makes us want to continue struggling. Why does this keep leaking? Oh, it ran all the way up to my elbow. I wish you guys could have seen that. I wish you guys could smell this. Woo! As you can see, I got a cut there. It comes to this fuel filter. Now, all I gotta do is unclip this, which is bolted in. Okay, I was gonna cut this, but my cutter won't spin around. So, instead, I got the wrenches out. And for some reason, my line is a 5/8, and the filter is, I'm gonna probably say it's metric, but the 13/16 fits it. Just what I thought was gonna happen. It doesn't want to spin. All right, we're gonna try to cut this by hand with the pliers. Probably not gonna go so well, because of course, this one's not rusty. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but that was my finger cracking. Now, normally I would not recommend this because this does create heat too. Watch you don't create sparks. But I'm just gonna quickly cut this rusty thing off. Oh my God. And it also splashes fuel everywhere. But makes a fast job of it, that's for sure. One line. Cut. Two lines cut. And I can remove this, which is full fuel, and this is gonna go right outside. Oh, I'm dripping it everywhere. I'm gonna take this real quick and cut these two lines. This line, I think, reaches the bottom of the tank. So it's just gonna keep leaking unless you bend it up like that. Now I can work at getting these out. I got them cut off. There's a plastic holder right behind this cross member that I can't get my hand on. There's one, there's both of them. That just fell in the fuel. Another crusty line out. Seriously. I'm going to take all these outside so they stop dripping all over the floor. Next, I'm going to work on attempting to get the plastic line off the metal lines, even though it doesn't look like it's going to be fun. It's a good idea to take a picture of the lines so that you remember which line goes to which line up there. In case you forget, like I'm probably going to, and already have. You know which one to hook up where. Yeah, that would have been smart before I cut them all off. Oh well, I'll figure it out. There's two little pinch clips here. Yeah, squeeze in and pull out. Sounds simple. Sounds really simple. Not so simple. Sometimes I like to try to twist them first and see if they'll break loose. But nope, not gonna break loose. I'm gonna work at getting these apart, but I'll show you what happens when you get it apart. Well, I got one out. I did break the clip, and unfortunately, I don't think the new fuel lines came with any of those clips. Or, now that I think about it, those O-rings. One done. Actually, I lied, two done. You can't see the other ones down here. And one more to go. Sometimes they break off inside. So this is gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna try to hopefully get a needle nose in there, twist it a few times and pull it out. If not, there's two ways to go about this. You put a new end on it, it's not fun. Or you drill it out, and that's also not fun because it heats up the plastic, and if you get too hot, you ruin the whole thing anyways. Now we're on top of the engine. I already took the plastic off top, and there's a little clip. See, there's a little clip that was on here. I pulled it off, and you're gonna need, I believe this is a 3/8. Yep, 3/8 line remover. That slides in there. You pull forward and it releases. Gonna do the same thing to this one. There's a third one. I still gotta find it. I got those two lines disconnected. It'll pick it back up on the lift, and there's a bunch of brackets down along the side of the motor and on the tranny that we got on bolt. These are the lines that are cut off. We have a bracket here, bracket there, bracket there. They go up top. Of course, there's another bracket all the way up there. That connector right there also needs to be disconnected. Oh, that one was, well, broke. Oh! Found it. Took the bolt off of this bracket, slid it back. This connector is different than the rest. You gotta reach in here and push a little clip over that releases that tube from this. This should all be, yep, it's all loose. Now all I gotta do is come down here and break them free from the rusty brackets. Let's see if I can pop them up first. Oh, there we go. Pop them up, pull them out. Ouch. There we go. Voila! One crusty line out. We got to fish our new lines up through this hole, down through these brackets, through that stuff, and back to where they gotta go. Now, I was just looking at this kit, realized there's something wrong with it. This filter is not the same size as the line, so it will not connect into here. They sent me the wrong filter. So I went on Amazon to see if this is a problem, and yes, a lot of people online are complaining that they sent the wrong filter. So now I gotta run over to AutoZone or Advance or one of the car places and go pick me up a new filter that's the right size. Hopefully these lines reach. They look a little short now that I was on curling them all, especially the main one. So we're gonna see if this kit's even gonna work or if I'm gonna be sending this whole thing back. I'm not real happy about it. If I have to, I will. That really sucks. I just ran to my local Advance and picked up a filter. CarQuest part number 86243 works with this stainless steel kit. I'm still not happy that they didn't send me the right one. I picked up some new ends. I also, while I was there, bought some new connectors. I'm hoping not to change these. I'm hoping that I can take these back, but I didn't want to run back and forth twice just because I forgot that they'd be broken. I am currently running the lines. I'm running them up there, right through where they used to be. They're going to come across here, and this one goes to the filter. I'm routing them where they belong, and then I'm going to put the new ends on and connect them where they belong. We're getting there. So I took a piece of the old line that was a bigger one off of this one, and I just pushed down in here, and you can actually hear that plastic clip back in. So now we should be good to go. Get my new line here. I did spray lube on it. Boom. Well, that worked good. So I'm going to do that with each of them. I'm going to set it with the line, pull it back off. Make sure my O-ring's in there. Yep. Because I'm doing this, you definitely want to start this truck and crawl under it and make sure that that's not leaking, because if it's going to leak anywhere, it's going to be there. If you don't put this piece of plastic back in, it will not seal, because you won't have enough pressure against the O-ring. I'm going to put it on the end of the line like I did the other one, just to center it. I'm not quite sure why I can't push it on when it's together. Maybe there's not much pressure in it because the tube's in it. I'm going to take this and just push around. See? You guys probably couldn't hear it. There, that one you could hear. It really clipped in there. So now the line should, boom, clip right in. And we got one more to go. Oh, there it goes. Pushed them in. They're kind of holding, but I'm not liking how tight they are in the holders. So they gave us other holders. I'm going to unbolt these, try the other holders. I'm thinking that they're going to work a little bit better than these. I don't know if my bracket is old, worn out, or if the filter is not round enough, but it's loose in my bracket. I'm going to, I think, wrap some tape around this just so it doesn't wiggle in there, because there's no way to tighten it. With these, they did give us different ends. I don't need the plastic piece. These actually push in, like the top ones, the high pressure ones up top. That's how these, all the ends on these are. You look in there, they already have the clip and everything. Also, make sure you put it in the right way, blowing this way. I know it's a simple thing, but a lot of times people forget. I know it's kind of redneck, but I had ducking tape, not duct tape, but actual ductwork tape laying around, and now it fit in there perfectly. Uh-oh. Hopefully that just needs a little lube. Oh, wow. That is not going to leak, I guarantee it. On this end, hopefully it doesn't press in as hard as the other end did. Oy. I got this pressed on, and man, they definitely want to make sure it's pressed on there. All they gave me was like a loop. Just put all three of them in with a nut and a bolt, a very small nut and bolt. I guess it works. Kind of like the other holders better. We can kind of make them look nice. If you watch the C10 videos, we put some really nice ones on the C10. I would probably prefer those, but this is just a tow rig. Let me put the rest of them on. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. We got some of the straps on. Looks pretty good, not too bad. Didn't do the front section yet. I am gonna go up top. I'm gonna go hook up the lines on the engine, and then I'll come back down here, tidy this all up, make it look like something. So we gotta lower this car again, or truck I should say. Here's one of the lines. I gotta find the other one. There it is. Okay, that one's gonna go on there, and this one is going to go up here. I'm gonna need two hands to put these on. It doesn't look tough, but man, I'm hanging off the front of my truck. My feet are dangling in the air. All right, I'm gonna put these on real quick, then I'll show you guys the finished project. After struggling, watch you don't bend this bracket, this line here, or you will pinch it off. I got real close to screwing it up because it moved. So I held this with the pliers, pushed that on, put the safety clips on. Should be good to go. There's the final product. Put a couple straps there, new strap there, new straps all the way back. Doesn't look too bad. I actually kind of like it. I'm gonna start it up and I'm gonna check to see if there's any leaks, but other than that, we should be good to go. Well, the job's all done, no leaks. The kit from Amazon, I don't know if it's just the one I bought or if they just accidentally threw the wrong filter in, but I did check the comments. Apparently it's not the first time it's happened. So if you buy the kit from Amazon, you're gonna have to go buy a filter. And to be honest with you, the filter cost me almost as much as the whole kit. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. If you liked it, please subscribe, click the like button. It helps us out, and we need to get that C10 done soon, very soon. You will get more videos from the C10 coming up because May is coming up very quickly, and we only got a short period of time. Later, guys.